My inspiration for this show is a theme that I've been seeing from the recent energy shift that we've just experienced during the eclipse season. Most sensitive people can feel energetic shifts intensely, myself included. This recent energy shift feels much like a life review with old repeated patterns coming to the surface. It's as if the universe is holding a mirror up and giving us the opportunity to change the way we respond to old patterns. This is a challenging time because whatever we're pushing down, avoiding, or refusing to look at is being served up as spiritual lessons that we have no choice but to face. And during this time, the energy feels so heavy that we might feel like we've lost our passion, the zing in our step, or the spark that we need to face our current challenges. And most importantly, create changes we're so desperately craving in our lives. Spirit wants to remind you that this is only temporary and is a much needed time in your life to clear out the old so that you can create something in harmony with your true soul's desire. The good news is the restless energy is starting to fade and the fresh energy is beginning to pour in and give you a complete change and perspective that you need to take a leap of faith toward the new path ahead of you. So what do I mean by finding your magical self again? Your magic is directly related to your belief in yourself, your self-worth, your confidence, and your ability to make a decision, set an intention, and align with a higher guidance. If you feel like something is missing, just remember that that something is most likely you. You are the answer. You are changing, growing, and evolving, and your relationship with yourself, the world around you, and everything in it is changing too. So for this next chapter, it's imperative for you to focus on your relationship with yourself. Key number 1, you have changed. We know that change is the only constant in the universe and that it's inevitable, and yet we resist change because it takes us on a path into the unknown. The unknown is scary, even if it is potentially what we asked for. At this point in your journey, you need to surrender what is not in your control to a higher power. Understand that everything that you have been through has created an opening and a desire for things to get better, even though at times it may feel like things are getting worse. So honoring who you have become and what you have learned about yourself will give you the keys that you need to take the next step on this new path that's getting ready to open up for you. As long as you keep doing things the way you have done them in the past, you will continue to recreate the same. So go ahead now and take in a deep breath. We're going to pause for reflection. I want you to think about everything that you've experienced over the last year or so, the good and the bad. Allow yourself to see the blessings where you otherwise might only see challenges, and ask for a higher perspective about your current situation. I'm going to be quiet for just a minute. Taking a deep breath. And ask, what are you learning? What have you learned? And what can you take with you for the journey ahead? What changes are you being guided to make that you may be resisting? And what do you need to surrender to Source, a higher power that is outside of your control? Feel into your heart center and imagine releasing all that no longer resonates with your true soul's desire. Give this feeling a color and a shape and imagine it moving out. Continue to breathe deeply through this process. Imagine a new energy coming in, an energy that's filled with sunshine, faith, and renewal. Give this new energy a shape and a color. And sit with this feeling for as long as you need. Pause if you need to. We are now moving on to key number 2. Key number 2, believe. Your magical self is deeply connected to your belief in yourself and your connection to your inner self and source. If you've recently had a lot of difficulties in your life, challenges, or upheaval, it could be easy to doubt in the magic of life again. Think of a time when you have felt magical in life, when everything seemed to flow, when you felt passion and purpose, when you felt guided and trusted in the flow of life. If you're having a hard time accessing this or you don't feel that you've ever felt this way, then imagine what your life would feel like and look like if you believed that everything worked out for your highest good and that you're divinely guided in all that you do. Spirit is guiding you to trust in a new path, to trust that you're worthy, and to believe that you are being carried by a higher power that will bring you to the perfect destination no matter what your current circumstances look like. We're now going to pause for reflection, taking a deep breath, and I want you to imagine a golden flicker of light rising from your stomach area. Notice how this light is getting brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger, and as it does, it brings with it a feeling of connectedness. I'll be quiet for just a moment. A feeling that your soul is rising up to guide you in every area of your life. Connect with that inner golden flicker of light and begin to see it growing, getting brighter. And begin now to see yourself in a new light. See all that you've been through and have compassion and send yourself love. Imagine this golden light is clearing out all self-doubt, all confusion, worry, and resistance, and infusing your entire body with a magical feeling of peace, clarity, calm, and a renewed sense of self, that all is well. Feel gratitude for the blessings that are coming forward into your life. Feel it as it's already done. Give thanks and sit with this energy as long as you like. Pause if you need to. We are now moving on to key number 3. Key number 3, take a leap of faith. For things to change, you must be willing to try something new. If you get stuck in the same old routine, waking up and doing the same things day in and day out, you keep yourself stuck in the same old cycle. In key number 1, we talked about how change can be perceived by the mind as hard because we have no way of knowing how things will work out in the end. But what if the magic ingredient we are missing is faith? Faith is not something that can be taught. It is something you feel when you finally surrender and let go of control and expect to be carried by a higher power. Your mind will always try to predict the future by digging up the past, causing you to close up to new beginnings to avoid the same fate as before, causing you to be afraid to make a decision out of fear that you will make the wrong one. The way to counter this is to get still and quiet the mind. This can sometimes be difficult because the mind will try to convince you that it's impossible. It is not. It is something that you can work toward taking baby steps every day to find a way to calm the mind. Meditation is a key way to calm the mind, but if meditating is challenging for you, you can try progressive relaxation hypnotherapy or even binaural beats. Ask for guidance with this and set the intention to find a method that works best for you. Nature is another powerful way to calm the mind. If you can, just go for a walk, sit next to a tree, and breathe in the fresh air. Once you've calmed your mind, sit in the energy of your heart and repeat this affirmation 3 times. Put your hand over your heart and say, I now surrender control over to a higher power. I'm ready and willing to take a leap of faith. Thank you for guiding me to make the changes I know in my heart or for my highest and best good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's it for today's episode, Finding Your Magical Self Again. If you found this episode helpful in any way, I would be so grateful if you'd share it with someone that it could help. Keep a lookout for my new podcast that's coming out and follow me on Pinterest. I'm on TikTok as well at Kelly T. Smith. To learn more about me and my work, you can find me at www.intuitivelifecoachingwithkelly.com. Until next time, stay connected and keep the faith.